Right, morning y'all. We got a swing, we're going to take a look at it, see if we can help this player with their golf game. So for me, this player looks like he's got a lot of speed, he looks like he's not afraid to swing very hard, he definitely looks like he wants to swing slightly left with his club path. He also gets a little bit jammed as he comes into impact. So what I'm going to do with this player today is give him a drill or two to try and help him free up his hips a little bit. So a couple of things we see here. I'm going to draw a line around the shaft of the club, front of his head here. We see him as he moves back, he wants to go down and forward into the ball slightly. Then as he comes in to hit the ball, we see a massive stalling in his left hip. So slight standing up of the club shaft, we see a big standing up through impact. Look how much higher that shaft gets through impact. This is very common with people who hit the ball very hard, but generally creates big two-way misses or strike issues as well. I see with students when you get this kind of pattern. And then also have a look at his shoulders jammed, hips jammed, left foot really starting to jump. He's basically kind of jamming up impact. He's getting in his own way, which is making impact kind of work almost against him rather than for him. Would be very interested to see if we get this player using his body very differently on the way down, using the ground differently, using his hips and shoulders differently to see what it does to that high handle and then in turn strike and delivery of his angles. I think there's lots of good movements in here. When you got someone swinging with speed, which I think he has, jumping off that left foot can have a lot of positives to it. Lots of tall players do it, but they don't get in their own way as they do it. They're using it to free their turn and the releasing of the club and getting that club out in front of them. They don't use it to jam themselves up. Let's see. Let's go out that way. We got the Foresight Garden Studio premiering. We're locked down, but we're still gonna love golf. Let's get some body turning, hip turning, kind of sequencing ideas to help this player improve that impact position. So let's do the recreate to kick us off. So I'm gonna go forwards as I make my backswing. So like I'm going this way as I go on my backswing. And then what I'm going to do is I come down and hit the ball. I'm not going to let this foot get flat on the ground. I'm going to keep the heel in the air and stall this hip. So kind of run into myself a little bit. Let's just see what that does to my delivery. So my toe of my club is now 3.5 down. So the heel was in the air. The handle got higher. If you compare that to my more regular shot, which is now 0.7 toed up. So these clubs are fit for me. They're going to be lying relatively neutral off a flat lie. So the way my hips are turning, the way my body is turning, is influencing the lie of the club. Now influencing how that club lies on the ground can be changed with custom fits, those kind of ideas, but there's a flip side to that, because do you really want a custom fit set built around this fault? This is the battle I often have with fitters, and I see people coming with fits with clubs way upright when they really don't need them, because this is encouraging this really high handle. And as we've said, when I teach people get massive high handle, certainly with drivers, lots of speed generally, but it's erratic, big shots but big misses at the same time. So a couple of drills. Let's go first off. I want you to start with your feet together. So if you stand in your normal ball position, I've just got a 7-iron here, you can do it with a medium iron, and then you're going to bring the right foot about 3 inches away from, sorry, you're going to bring your left foot about 3 inches away from your right foot. So basically my left foot is just behind the ball here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a backswing where I feel like I keep the pressure on both of these feet flat on the ground. If anything, slightly more on my left, because obviously it's behind the ball. Then as I come down and hit the ball, I'm going to plant back to my normal position and turn through. This will encourage more rotation. This will encourage you to get your hips, shoulders moving, and it will stop that instinct to want to lift that heel, which stalls the hips and the shoulders, and then makes you get that club really standing up and creates impact to become this kind of clash of movements rather than a release of movements. Now this is something you can do in the garden, or you can do it actually at the range, or when you even are playing before you hit shots, so you can work it into a practice routine. So I'm going to stand just to the side of the ball and just feel that step and turn on to that left foot to get the feeling of that rotation more around that left side. And then I'm going to go into my shot, normal stance, and try and get that recreated feeling into my shot. Remember, drills are only there to try and help you recreate feelings. So whenever you do drills, you need to be really pulling those feelings out of the movement. Don't just do them thinking they're doing it. You need to be extracting your feelings of how that moves, how it makes you think your hips move, your foot moves, your shoulders move, the club moves, and putting them into a real shot. Next drill was given to me by a very good French biomechanist, actually. What he had me doing to try and get me using my pressure on the ground differently is start with your right heel in the air. So left foot on the floor, right heel in the air. Backswing, right heel goes down, left heel comes up. Downswing, slam the left down, right up. Again, this is all trying to combat that left foot jumping and stalling the hip turn, stalling the shoulder turn, and cramming that impact. Getting it slamming back down on the ground, that left foot, because the right heel starts, drops, left heel comes up, then popping it down again. Get these hips, allowing them to actually twist and move. Again, this is one you can practice. Right heel up, pop it down, left heel up, left heel down, right up, and you can actually hit shots with this. Start right heel up. Again, that'll really get the feeling of you moving much more this way with your body, opposed to this kind of slam jam that you get stuck in. Right, let me know if this helps. Let me know if you want to see more of these swing fixes. This guy sent me his swing through Instagram. That's my Instagram there. Give it a follow. Send a swing direct message on Instagram and I'll try and pick them up and do as many as I can if you like these and want more of these. I feel, personally, this is an awful situation we're in. Everyone understands that. But there's so much you can still learn off course. Me personally, as someone who grew up learning loads away from the course, I used to practice as much off almost as I did on, and it gave massive benefits to me. I honestly think for students, even when we're all playing and practicing away from the course is something people just don't do because maybe just don't enjoy it as much. But there is so much good work you can do, from fitness to training body movements. Training body movements when the ball is not there is so powerful to getting you to break habits. When it comes to the case of this swing, taking the ball away, taking the thing that they react to that makes them want to swing in an aggressive manner to make them lift and block themselves that way, can really kind of shock them into making some new movements, which hopefully they can take out onto the golf course. That's definitely the harder bit. Stay safe, everyone. Post comments down below. Let me know if you want to see more of these. Follow my Instagram and send me swings if you want to get involved. Thanks all for watching.